So, are you saying that you are thinking about that you are leaving the Democratic Party?
We will see.
What does that mean?
Breaking news. We will see.
what
I
what
mean,
does that
I,
mean?
I I've been very disappointed with the Democratic Party. I mean, we have two corporatist party. Where's the party for the people? Where is it? The corporatist wing of both parties control America.
That's right.
Period. They control the systems
That's right.
operate. They control the rules of engagement. And it's not supposed to be that way. And it's not that I'm not anti-corporation. I'm not certainly not anti-wealth as a black girl growing up poor. Yeah, I'm trying not to die that way. I want to leave my son a little more than a good name. And especially when we think about income and wealth inequality, and especially wealth inequality when it comes to black and white families in particular, but you don't have to have it all. I'm talking about excessive greed. I'm talking about the types of greed that is made on the backs and necks of people. That if your profit, the profit that you make, harms somebody else, then it's time to kind of rethink how you're doing that. And we have a laissez-faire operation of the federal government right now, to let alone the government, the federal government in particular, but it happens on the state level too, God knows, really has abdicated its responsibility to be the referee. That's government's job. And government is designed for us to do together what we cannot do as individuals. And it is failing mercilessly. All you got to do is talk to poor people in this country. And it's not true that if you work hard enough, people have said that both people we like and some people we might not agree with politically, if you just work hard enough, you'll make it. That's a damn lie.
I feel deeply your disillusionment with the Democratic Party. And I have friends who are to the left of me who are saying in their mind, in their heart, they are leaving the Democratic Party because they feel the Democratic Party has left them. The problem for me is that where do we go? If we leave the Democratic Party in a two-party system, then we lose truly any connection to actual power, right? So where do we trade principle or the potential for power for principle? What do we get if we leave the Democratic Party rather than staying and trying somehow to pull it leftward?
No, we do. I mean, because there's still going to be, God bless their souls, many progressives who are going to stay in this party. I believe progressives need an inside and an outside strategy. They need people who are willing to stay on the inside of the Democratic Party, which I still may be one of those, who knows, inquiring minds want to know. But you also need people who are bold enough, like the People's Party, the movement for the People's Party, to say, the hell with this, we going on the outside. And if those two forces can unite, I think we will see beautiful things begin to happen in this country. We're already seeing it. We're already seeing progressives work their way through the House of Representatives. I want to see neoliberals and progressives in name only primaried every single election cycle, especially in the House of Representatives, because they run every 2 years. We have to mount, progressives we have to be more organized, more disciplined, and more agile. That's what it's going to take. But it's going to be an inside outside.
I see a lot of statistics that point out the number of people who voted for Jill Stein is quite often larger than the gap between Trump and Clinton in many key states. And not that all of those Stein voters would have just voted for Clinton, but there is a significant number of people who sort of heap a lot of blame on Jill Stein. And not to attack her in specific, but giving people that third option, which in a lot of ways isn't really an option because they really don't have a chance to win. Does that not help the Republican Party slide through?
I think about people like Fannie Lou Hamer, who built coalition with poor whites in Mississippi. And they decided that the Democratic Party of the 60s just didn't give a damn. And they got together with their peers. And I'm sure they probably gave some thought to what we're pondering right now. But they basically said the hell with continuing to do this the same way. So the birth of the Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party. They did that. And they did that because the Democratic Party was not answering the cries of the people. At some point, something has got to give. And you say lose for, what really are we losing when you have a corporatist wing of the Democratic Party that controls all aspects of the Democratic Party and shuts out? And this particular convention showed even more than in 2016 how they were ready, willing, and able, and did shut out progressive voices, even at the convention right now in 2020. So what are, there's a lousy piece, and I'm quoting Langston Hughes. He wrote a poem called Kids Will Die in the 1930s. He was talking about Jim Crow and, all of the heavy burdens of inequity. And at the end of that poem, he said, we will not settle, they're not going to settle for a lousy peace. And in some ways, that is the question that the progressive movement has to answer. Are we going to continue to settle for a lousy peace?